Welcome aboard. Stay tuned and subscribe to Han Li's Wuxia Adventures for more thrilling content. Chapter 1043. Lu Yin finally stabilized himself and coughed twice as he panted heavily. The dye had already disappeared and his lips curled up. Was this the innate gift that blocked out pain? How interesting. The die rolled 5 pips to borrow an innate gift. Once the die rolled 5 pips, the user had to touch the person with the innate gift within 10 seconds to borrow that person's innate gift. This point had never been very useful, but it had unexpectedly come in handy at this moment. The instant the die rolled 5 pips, Lan Si's attack descended. He had taken the initiative to touch Lu Yin, and although he had dealt damage, he had also used an innate gift. Lan Si looked at Lu Yin strangely. Was he smiling? Lu Yin was indeed smiling and countless people saw it. Everyone was confused. Smiling? What? How could he smile at a time like this? How could someone who couldn't even stabilize his battle force and whose left arm was crippled be able to smile? Lan Si felt uneasy, and he subconsciously raised his left hand, only to see an empty palm. Lu Yin's eyes widened and he raised his crippled left arm. Just as Lan Si was about to use the empty palm, Lu Yin tapped out with his dream finger. Under his domain's perception, Lu Yin had frozen the void and delayed the empty palm. His pupils transformed into runes that weakened Lan Si's left palm, exactly the same as when he had dealt with Lan Si's right palm. Lan Si's empty palm was still released, and even he couldn't stop it. Lu Yin had used the Yu's secret art to divert the attack, and the dream finger had similarly crippled Lan Si's right palm, piercing through his left palm and shattering his entire left arm. Lu Yin had assumed that the Yu's secret art wouldn't be able to completely divert the empty palm and that he would still have to endure half of it. Who would have thought that the Yu's secret art would be able to completely divert the attack? Lan Si had also reached his limit, or rather he had reached his limit long ago. However, because the pain had been blocked out, he had appeared to be able to continue fighting. In reality, his body could no longer move. With both arms crippled, Lan Si was stunned. He stared at Lu Yin in disbelief as he slowly collapsed. Lu Yin's left arm was also trembling violently. The innate gift he had borrowed could only be used once, and once it was used up, the pain swept through him like a tidal wave, almost causing him to faint. He barely managed to remain standing in space as he watched the continent fly further and further away. Everyone's attention had shifted from Lu Yin to the continent, where Lan Si had fallen. One of the 10 arbiters, Lan Si, had fallen first. The 10 arbiters of the top 100 rankings took to the skies. This was the most accurate assessment of the younger generation. The 10 arbiters were invincible. Since ancient times, only the 10 people of this generation could be called the 10 arbiters. There had never been anyone like them before. It was common knowledge that the 10 arbiters were invincible. But now, Lan Si of the 10 arbiters had fallen. He had truly fallen. This scene silenced the entire universe. Lan Si's victory was expected, but his defeat was enough to cause a sensation. This sensation was like the opening of a new era, and a new 10 arbiters was born. Lu Yin. In the Outerverse, the Frostwave Weave was in an uproar as the entire Great Yu Empire celebrated, and countless people cheered. The vast Earth Sect, the Taima Palace, the Six-Fingered Tribe, the Tricolored Federation, the Evenground Palace, and the other forces that had joined the Great Eastern Alliance felt both proud and bitter at the same time. Countless indescribably complex emotions welled up in their hearts. Some felt as if a heavy burden had been lifted off their shoulders as they looked at Lu Yin.